Hi, I'm Asha from Skate Fresh, and in this video I'm going to explain why telling beginner inline skaters to remove their heel brake because it'll get in the way of crossovers is the very worst advice you could give, and what it says about your crossovers. I'm also going to give some general tips about crossovers, whether you wear a heel brake or not. So this video was originally filmed in Portuguese, but I've adapted it for English because I think it's such an interesting and pretty controversial topic. So I'm really looking forward to your comments on this one. Just before we get started, if you could please like, share, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. It will really help me get more of my teaching methods out to more people. Thanks so much. Enjoy the video. Let me know what you think.
So here are some crossovers, and yes, I don't have a heel brake on these frames because many of the higher level frames don't come with that option. Plus I have other non-heel brake stopping methods that work great for me. But notice the push to the side, the good knee bend on both knees, and the shoulders rotated into the circle. Those are the main points you want for good crossovers. Most skaters with a heel brake will have it on their right skate, so let's just imagine that for now. Hitting the brake into the support skate seems like an obvious thing to happen, but it shows poor technique in the crossovers, not an automatic outcome. Let me explain. Crossing over via this position, called scissor in the air, is what I just did in the demo. To avoid hitting the brake, most people will lift up and over, and this creates nasty-looking crossovers that will never be smooth. Notice the good, correct knee bend on the support knee for the push to the side. The crossing skate should be pretty close to the ground, and look at that clearance between heel and toe. Plenty of space for a heel brake. Now look at what happens with less knee bend on the support knee. That's the true cause of clipping the heel brake on the crossover. So notice again the rebending of the support knee to the correct amount, and then there's plenty of space for the brake. And this is a useful safety tip for anyone crossing over to avoid clipping the heel wheel, even if you're skating without a heel brake. Here's another tip for better crossovers. Make sure your push is to the side and not diagonally backwards, so you don't step up and over instead of the close to the ground scissor in the air pathway. When you cross over, don't step into a parallel position with both skates. Crossovers are for corners and shouldn't be done in straight lines. So notice this angled position that points around the circle. This is slightly exaggerated to show you, but the faster your crossovers are, the more subtle this angle. Beware of crossing over and then having your weight 50-50 on each leg. There's no more dangerous position than this, and it literally sticks you to the ground and you can get really stuck. Crossovers need an immediate weight transfer from one skate to the other. So from one good knee bend to another good knee bend, especially the crossing over knee. So in general, lack of correct knee bend on crossovers causes a host of problems. But hitting the heel brake is not the heel brake's fault. So let's all take responsibility for what we're doing and stop giving really bad advice to beginners.